Hello again from my front porch. It is an absolutely gorgeous and beautiful day here in Iowa. I came out to see some of it. went to lunch with some of my former Waldinger coworkers, my work family. Janora, who works in HRs in the recruiting area, we joked that she was like my work wife. And then Danny, who she's actually about the age of my daughter Ashley, and always joked that she was my work daughter. And so we had a little work family reunion today. You may be able to tell I'm a little congested, I seem to have picked up a little bit of a head cold, that's not fun. Especially what happens is when the weather changes, and I've talked about it before, but I have sensitive sinuses, and when the weather changes as radically as it's been changing here in Iowa lately, it really messes with my sinuses, and so then they fill up with all that phlegm, gunk stuff, and then it runs down in my throat and irritates the throat, causes cough, gets down into the throat. Now, fortunately, I don't want it to get down in the lungs. That's when you get pneumonia. So I keep trying to, get it out, and and I won't bore you or gross you out with those details. But suffice to say that the last couple of days have not been the most fun for me. Although I am glad that I am at home, that I'm working from home this week, because it would really be bad to have to be dealing with this while I was out traveling to the different offices. Although, maybe if I was traveling to one of the other warmer climates or something, maybe it would clear it up. I don't know. But I do know that the weather here has been, I noted it's a beautiful day in Iowa today. It has not been a beautiful day the last few days. In fact, it was dreary, overcast, and rainy, so much so that there were all new flooding concerns here in Iowa. Places that still haven't recovered from flooding that was done earlier this year were now closed again because of flooding. Here, just in Des Moines itself, one of the main north-south roads, Fleur Avenue, I've lost track of how many times now this year it has had to close because of flooding, and did it again the last couple of days. It didn't help that the city of Des Moines also has multiple construction projects, road work things going on all around the city, and when you cut off Fleur and you can't use Fleur, and then you take into account the other construction things going on, they made it really difficult to get anywhere. I'm just glad that I wasn't still working at Waldinger. I don't say it like a diss to Waldinger. I mean, because the routes that I would have taken, they between flooding and construction, they'd cut off, and it would have been a real pain in the butt for me to be finding a way to get to work. That would not have been pleasant at all. And so I was glad that I didn't have to deal with that. That my office is right here. You can also tell by a little bit of the stubble. See, because I'm only shaving when I have to. At this point, and I didn't have to today. Even though I had lunch with my work family, still, they're like family. So last night I did shave, though, because I went to what probably is going to be my very last Character Counts or Iowa Character Awards Selection Committee. It's done by what used to be called the Character Counts program in Iowa, the Iowa Character Counts, I guess. But now it's called the Ray Center, named after former Governor Bob Ray and his wife Billy, and because they were the impetus for launching the program in the first place, and continued to be the honorary chair people and just the moral compass for the organization, if you will. Sadly, he passed away last year, and so this was the first year that we've done that without that. But I've been part of that selection committee for over 10 years. I don't know exactly how many. And every year, you get assigned to a different area: adult of character, youth of character, organization, school, whatever. This year I had youth of character. It's the toughest category because you read about the things that these kids are doing. You really want to acknowledge all of them. You want to recognize all of them. They're all doing fantastic stuff, but you can't. You have to ultimately choose the one person that you think is the most deserving of the honor. And so, I cast my vote for who I thought it would be, and a lot of others agreed, and in the end, that is the person that was selected as our number one. And so, I can't reveal who that is yet because, I don't even know that they've been told yet. It was just last night that the selection committee made the decision. But it's always a thrill to get to be part of that. I'm always honored to get to be part of that. When you're recognizing people for doing good things, whether it's a business, whether it's a school, whether it's an adult, a youth, whatever. They have several different categories that are selected. But in order to be nominated, in order to be considered, you have to be somebody who has demonstrated good character. And of course, the Character Counts program has 6 pillars of character, and they ask you in the submission, how has this individual demonstrated the 6 pillars? And so that's it's always exciting to be part of the process. Again, you wish you could recognize everybody, but everybody does get acknowledged. They do all get invited to the banquet for free when that's done. But the winners, they get a beautiful trophy. They also get a little video clip made about them. When you go to that banquet, it is so inspiring. It is so uplifting. And so I look forward to that coming up as well. Sadly, I've never been nominated. I guess I don't have a good enough character, or maybe I'm just too much of a character. I have been privileged and honored in many ways during my life, but that's not an honor I've ever been able to add to the list of even being nominated. Maybe someday, I don't know. But the reason I said this could have been my last one is because this time next year I probably won't even be here. Now, Scott Racker, who's the executive director, a former Iowa legislator, but has been the chair of this program since its inception. He was there last night, and we were talking about my likely move and stuff, and he was pointing out that there's only one night that I have to show up for the selection committee thing, and I could just work that into my schedule. I have other reasons to come back to Iowa, lots of people to see and things, family and stuff, and so just bundle it in with that. Just come. I don't know. We'll see. I guess. But it has been very, very, very rewarding to be part of that, and it. It was sad, and I did have conversation with a few people who I know that have been also doing that for a long time, and actually some individuals that have been part of other groups now, Melissa Mann and Brooke Benschotter, and there were other individuals who were there too that I should be careful about starting to list names, because I won't list somebody's name and then I'll feel bad, but individuals that I've been able to bond with in other ways outside of just that context too, and so it's great seeing all those familiar faces. But chatted with some of them afterwards about what the future holds and all, and they were asking, so what's the plan? Is there going to be like a big send-off party? It's like, I don't know. That'll kind of be decided by whenever it is that I actually send off. But I did tell them I'm sort of more or less kind of on my farewell tour right now. It's just a long, extended farewell tour. And so, again, last night may have been part of that farewell tour, the last one of those. I did also want to, though, give a shout out to some new friends that I've made. I love going to live music here in the Des Moines area. We have incredibly talented artists. People joke about Iowa and Des Moines, and you have corn and you have pigs and you have blah blah blah. So yeah, all that's true. It's an agriculture state. That's the main industry for our state. Yes, but make no mistake that I would put the Des Moines music scene up against almost anywhere in the country. And I don't just mean per capita, I mean quality wise. We have so many amazingly talented musicians. And there's a group that I just recently was introduced to that I've now had the chance to listen to a couple of times, and got to hang out with some of them the other night at Carl's place here in Des Moines, which on Tuesday nights there's just an open jam, it's like an open mic thing. They have a house band led by Scott Sutherland, who leads this band. It's blues mostly, and then other musicians just show up with their instruments and they swap people in and out, and they just keep playing songs all night long, and it's always different every week because the people are different every week. Well, members of this other band, they showed up and they were able to perform too. But it's a band called Bittersweet, and so this is look them up, Bittersweet. Now, Bittersweet is unique in that it has two female lead singers, Tony and Tara. Don't say Tara, Tara. Tara is a whole different friend of mine. Tara. So Tony and Tara. And what's interesting is they each have very distinctive vocal styles. They're both great. They're both strong, and they both have tremendous quality. But what that means is the band has an incredible range of music they can do, because between Tara and Tony, between the two of them, they're able to cover a wide range of musical genres and do them well, do them very well. And so I look forward to catching them again. And in fact, if you would like to catch them, I see this is their schedule. This is their schedule. Here, I should do it like this so you can see. See, need some music behind there. Probably a little creepy with my eye looking in the back there. And if you don't want to read through all that, stop it and scroll through it. I will just tell you, coming up on June 7th, Bittersweet will be at Kenny's Garage. June 14th, Kenny's Garage over in Waukee. At June 14th, they'll be just up the road from me in Ankeny at a place called Whiskey House, which is a nice, fun little venue, and it's very accessible to me, and I do like going there. June 21st, they'll be at Elks Lodge 160 out down in Des Moines on Walker Street. Then June 28th, they'll be out at Prairie Meadows. So be out at Prairie Meadows then. And then we get into July and going forward there, and I won't worry about that. That gets you through June. So the 7th, Kenny's Garage. The 14th, Whiskey House. June 21st, Elks Lodge 160 in Des Moines. And June 28th, they'll be at Prairie Meadows. And so, catch them one of those. Or, for that matter, just look up Bittersweet on Facebook and like them. And then you'll be able to track them there. But both wonderful. I mean, the guys in the band are great too. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't actually talk with many of them. Imagine that. But I have enjoyed getting to know both Tony and Tara. I'd be careful because I know Tara very well, one of my best friends, Tara, but she has an H on the end and everything too, and Tara is so I have to make sure I don't say it wrong. But anyway, I've enjoyed getting to know both of them. They're both wonderful, talented ladies. I look forward to seeing both of them in action again. All right, well, I'm here at my office. Well, this is not out here on the front porch in the house. So I need to get back to my office because my company is actually paying me to do work, not sit here talking to you folks. Although you're well worth it, in my opinion. But, all right, well, enough messing around. I had my lunch. I've had my chat with you folks on the front porch. Time to get back in and get back at it. I am loving my new job. It is fantastic, and I'm sure I'll be telling you a lot more about that in time to come as well. But with that, I will let you go, and I'll see y'all next time from my front porch.